Hello, this is Canadian MGTOW. Having fun. And not giving a shit. Unless you have lived under a rock, the Fappening was an event that took place on August 31, 2014, in which over 100 nude pictures of actresses were leaked onto the internet for everyone to see. Hackers broke into celebrity phones using very targeted attacks on usernames, passwords and security questions. Almost before I had seen some of these pictures on Reddit, the feminists were out in force with their butthurt level set to devastated. I could almost hear the screeching through my internet modem. Now they will probably want to ban the word fap too. Fap is the onomatopoeic representation of masturbation. To the disappointment of feminists, I am not going to say something blatantly misogynist to slut-shame these women, or say well if they didn't want these pictures on the internet, they should not have posed in the first place. Nope. What I will say is, damn it, it was fun. Of course it was titillating seeing something that you are not supposed to see. Men are visual creatures. I wish just once one of these mangina hosts interviewing one of these feminists about the Fappening would stop acting like he was disgusted by this breach of privacy. Just stand up and fap into her face. What I take issue with is some of the over-the-top comments by these feminist fascists, and the total lack of logic at that. Some call this revenge porn. How is it revenge porn if the hacker doesn't even know the celebrity personally, and is not her boyfriend? Some even said viewing these pictures was the same as rape. Ah yes, the ever-expanding definition of rape. If viewing nude pictures is rape, then I have about 107 Playboy playmates to apologize to. Sheesh. Because feminists are typically devoid of any rational thought, they naturally told everyone that we should avoid the pictures entirely. This is self-defeating. By tweeting and writing articles about this event, they are drawing readers into this so-called scandal. It is ludicrous to expect readers not to follow up on this story and see for themselves what the hubbub is about. I am sure there are women out there that look just to compare how they look compared to some of these actresses. One female journalist, Hadley Freeman, revealed her idiocy when she said she never understood the appeal in looking at naked photos of people who I don't know and who certainly have no interest in me. For someone claiming to be a journalist, you would think they would know just a touch more about the opposite sex. The feminists would have you believe that once you see these images, a seed of misogynist evil will grow inside your head. You will cackle incessantly as you commit the thought crime of viewing these images. On Feminist was horrified to think that millions of basement-dwelling geeks might be viewing these images and, wait for it, masturbating. Ironically, as I wrote this, I happen to be on the website Women's Health. In the side panel are links to other articles including the best masturbation tips ever. It includes tips like never judge yourself or say you should be thinking about something or someone differently. The Cadillac of vibrators is still the Hitachi wand. It is huge and requires an electrical outlet. But I digress. This is less of a gender issue than one of voyeurism and celebrity culture. Kim Kardashian built a career on her sex tape. Rihanna wore a see-through dress on the red carpet earlier this year. Nudity is pretty much mainstream in celebrity circles. Those of us that are old enough never witnessed or heard of a wardrobe malfunction before the year 2000. Many of the leaked photos are of actresses taking pictures of themselves with their cell phone. When you think about it, that is a bit narcissistic. My favorite feminazi, Jessica Valente, was one of the more vocal feminists. You may remember her for the picture of her on the beach wearing a large shirt that said, "I bathe in men's tears." She is on Twitter tweeting people are titillated by leaked nude photos because it is non-consensual. Thank you, Captain Obvious. Supposedly there are leaked photos of Jenny McCarthy. She of course is mostly famous for being in Playboy. Are the feminists trying to tell us that posing for money is okay, but a leaked photo, which is free, is not? Another tweet by Jessica read, "No, looking at stolen nude pics is not the same as looking at a WikiLeaks document because one thing is a thing and one is human being. Excuse me, but a WikiLeaks video showing a Black Hawk helicopter crew gunning down innocent civilians in Iraq happened to have 6 or 7 people in it. But I guess that doesn't count since those people were boys or men, and not a single woman. Another item pissing me off is the political correctness crap going on. Why must a man like Ricky Gervais be forced to do damage control for simply stating, "Celebrities, make it harder for hackers to get nude pics of you from your computer by not putting nude pics of yourself on your computer"? He did not single out women, and it was basically good advice. Years ago Paris Hilton's phone got hacked. The hacker simply guessed her password. The password was the name of her dog which she carried in her purse all the time. Tinkerbell. I mean, how stupid is that? As one comedian often said, you can't fix stupid. What probably raised the feminists' anger was the insinuation that these actresses were not victims. The only thing worse than losing your nude photos is losing that victim card. Another tweet came from Perez Hilton. He apologized for posting a few photos of Jennifer Lawrence soon after they came out on his website. What no one seemed to point out that he posted leaked photos of a male celebrity a few months prior. Those were not taken down, and no profuse apologizing there. What was the difference between the two situations? Could it be gender? I thought feminists and the politically correct left were all about equality. One femi-fascist wrote an article how a forum was started on the Reddit site and how it was accepting money for prostate cancer. As an aside, I must mention that masturbation is actually good for your prostate and lowers your risk of getting that form of cancer. Anyhow, she goes on to say that she thinks it was a stunt to make people think Reddit is good, and by extension the members must themselves be good. She goes on to speculate that these members probably spend a lot of their time on Reddit. This sounds eerily similar to the shaming language they use to describe all MGTOW men as basement dwellers who just play video games all the time. Kind of sexist, don't you think? This is another feminist that doesn't have her facts straight and will make any kind of assumptions to demonize men. A very quick and easy to do investigation of Reddit will show such shocking and blatantly evil forums with the following names: art, ask science, documentaries, fitness, food, history, music, personal finance, science, space, and world news. Painting a website like Reddit with one brush because of a single forum that you find objectionable is not surprising coming from feminists. After all, they hold views such as all men are potential rapists. What really gets me is that the money raised was rejected by the charity for prostate cancer. We live in a gynocentric era where political correctness trumps money for a charity. Any charity that turns down money for any reason, minus it being blood money, is pretty irresponsible to the people they are trying to help. Like, how fucked up are your priorities if you value a celebrity's social status over saving human lives? Prostate cancer kills a bit more men than breast cancer kills women, however prostate cancer only raises 1/3 of the amount that breast cancer gets. I wonder if the charity chosen by the Reddit users was for a disease that mainly affected women if the money would have been rejected. I would bet my retirement savings that no feminist group will be raising money for prostate cancer anytime soon. Equality my ass. The following paragraph is a gem I found on radixjournal.com. The issue here is the narrative of female empowerment. Behind all the propaganda, indoctrination, and legislation, female empowerment translates into the sexual anarchy of Tinder, twerking, and nude selfies substituting for repressive courtship, style, and modesty. When a woman is, quite literally, shaking her ass at you like a mating display from a chimpanzee documentary, you'll take her home if you're 3 drinks deep, but you're not calling her your girlfriend anytime soon. In fact, you're not calling her at all, at least not sober. Such couplings aren't really sex, it's just using someone else's body to get yourself off. This has also cheapened celebrity. One can imagine being weak in the knees and unable to speak if you met the late Lauren Bacall in her prime, but you get the impression you could bring home Rihanna with a few lines of game, a few lines of coke, and a bottle of cheap rum. End paragraph. Much like their foray into the video game area, feminists just want to dictate everything and control everyone. Video games are an escape from all that. And so is porn. A tweet from Huffington Post read, "Here's why you should absolutely feel guilty for Googling Jennifer Lawrence's leaked photos." A typical feminist shaming tactic. One user on Reddit posted an image of this tweet and titled it "No, I feel pretty good thanks." Over 1,673 users upvoted it. The celebrities affected by this latest online scandal will survive with their careers intact. Some of the celebrities will probably get a boost from this. The internet evolved into the greatest free speech forum ever imagined. If feminists have it their way, there will be new laws that come out of this which will reduce this freedom. Anything that restricts the free flow of information on the internet will ultimately come at a price that is steeper than advertised. The feminists just don't get it. They just don't get it. If you enjoyed this video, please comment, rate and subscribe. Thank you. This is Canadian MGTOW, signing off. Save yourself. Go MGTOW.